This game is pretty weird, visually speaking. I mean, I've seen worse, but this one kind of stands out a little bit. This is Nidhogg 2. 2 as in after 1, before 3. 4 cut in half. The exact number it takes to tango, or the number of people that can play this game, as in the figure of speech or the literal sense. It's 2, a sequel. But I'm gonna guess that most of you guys have not heard of this one too, huh? Well, throw up the counter. Nidhogg 1 was a small indie game back in 2014 made by Meshoff? Sure. It had some action, blood, and gore. It was just pixelated. And I mean really pixelated. I don't mean to oversell it, but it's simply a game of who can get to the other side of the screen. You see, you're supposed to be heading that way, while your opponent tries for the opposite direction. Simple, right? This setup does lead to intense and very competitive moments between friends. It's apparent that most of the fun in this game comes from other real live players, but that's about the most that this amounts to. I probably personally wouldn't play this more than an hour in my opinion. But me and my friends back then would get really drunk and play this, even made a drinking game out of it. My advice? Don't do that. But the point is that I didn't think that this kind of game would deserve a sequel. So I got curious and checked it out, and thought maybe I'd do a little video about it. But to be honest, this is less of a sequel and more of a remake, remastering, reboot, or what the fuck ever. Yeah, graphically, there's a lot that's different and going on. That's apparent. But when you get down to it, nothing has changed all that much, gameplay-wise. They are a variety of weapons, and by variety I mean 4. A sword, a bigger sword, a dagger, and a bow and arrow. But the mechanics stay the same. There are more places to duel it out as well, but I can't help but to feel a lack of variety. The different locations are interesting, some more than others. Am I going into a dragon's mouth? Ew. Ugh. That is so fucking cool. Nidhogg 2 only has 2 game modes, Arcade and Versus. Arcade is self-explanatory, and Versus is also self-explanatory, with a bit of customization with aesthetics. That's about this game in a nutshell. Though those dance moves, how can anybody resist them? It's almost hypnotic. As many times as I've crossed swords with my friends, some of the mechanics I still don't fully understand, particularly with the sword play. Some positions disarm you while others give you more of a reach advantage. Really, it feels more like a matter of luck than skill. That's not gonna stop me from shit talking though. I'm not gonna lie, one of my favorite things about this game is stabbing your opponent. You see, you're supposed to just stab him and keep running. But if you wanted to, you can just leave that sword in, let him bleed out, feel every inch of it. Slowly look into his eyes as you put it in, and whisper to his ear, "It's alright, it'll be over soon." And then he explodes. You can even switch positions while stabbing him. It's pretty funny to switch from his dick to his head. It's a classic in my book. It really makes everything that much more personal. To mix things up a bit, there is a cheat menu that allows things such as low gravity, crawling only, and butterfingers. Things of that nature. Boomerang throws make everything come flying back at you. Playing that with bow and arrows only is worth a few laughs. I am upset with spine swords though. But what the fuck is spine swords, I hear you wondering? Well, let me show you what it looks like in the first game. Okay, you saw how badass that was, right? You ripped the dude's spine out, and it's a fucking sword. Okay, now watch this one. Did you see that? No? Exactly. I came across this glitch while playing. Slightly amusing, I suppose. I forgot to mention what happens at the end, when you beat your opponent. Well, I can't really explain it in words, so just watch. Yeah, there's not really an explanation for that. I mean, is there? So after extensive research, I learned that this is called Nidhogg, and you're battling your opponent for your right to be eaten? Sure. Anyways, the game can be fun. Keyword can, but playing against somebody is highly recommended for said fun. Like stated before, this should be seen more as a remastering of the original Nidhogg. I can't recommend picking this game up at full price, I'd say $5 at the most, but by then this game may have been forgotten about. So do you know what? Fuck it.